simple comment, but I've got to share it with the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. I love this. Someone who goes by the name of Design Masters, sounds like martial arts, on a video I made called "In the USA, Shaving Your Head is Attractive Compared to Other Countries in the World." So specifically, as an American, I already have an advantage, and that is that our culture already teaches that you look attractive even if you shave off your hair. Especially if you're starting to lose your hair and it's becoming noticeable. Mine's not really that noticeable. I'm not at that point yet. But especially when you get to the point where it's definitely noticeable, the manliest thing you can do is just finish the job and shave it off. And then magically, people find that more attractive, more manlier, if that, whatever's the word. I've got an English degree and I don't really know which one's the right one. Okay, here's what Design Matters says. Quote, "I have a Thai girlfriend and I shave my head. Many girls like it. She says I look like Jason Statham." And then he's quoting his girlfriend, quote, "Look like bad boy," end quote. Ha. I like this. By the way, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I actually spent 2 summers in Thailand. I'm very familiar with Thai culture. I love that place. It's one of my favorite countries in the entire world. Beautiful nation, beautiful people. I love that place. But anyway, so the guy has a Thai girlfriend, and he's saying that many girls like it. When he says that, it's almost like he's implying that many Thai girls like it, like Asian girls like it, saying that it looks like a bad boy. And it's interesting because I guess the curious thing about this video right now is that I talk about how I have so much compassion for Asian men who are balding because they're the minority. Most Asian men don't go bald soon in their life. So there's a lot more social pressure for them if they do go bald. And in places like China, for example, it's not yet so acceptable to just shave it off like the Americans do. The time will come, I believe, because I understand that American Hollywood has a major influence on China. That's my understanding. So it's interesting, though, if Asian girls perceive it the same way, that you're a bad boy if you do that. And of course, to me, it's common sense. Girls are wired to be attracted to a bad boy. Now, ultimately, in their mind, they want to be able to change some part of him, and make him mild-mannered. And that's some part of the attraction. So if you're already shaving off your hair, you're already signaling that, hey, this guy's a tough guy. He's probably a little bit of a challenge. It's funny because I'm looking back to when I met my wife over a year ago. What about me would have been a bad boy? Probably just the fact that I still had some growing up to do. And, as far as the concept of washing the dishes, I know that doesn't sound like a great example, but just being able to act more grown. She helped me grow up in so many ways. So I was able to serve as that project to her. Maybe that's the worst example ever, but my point is, girls like to have a project to work on in a guy. It's true. And I think there's something bonus about shaving off your head and already, without ever saying it, there's an edge to you. Even if the rest of you doesn't back that up at all. I don't want you to think leather jacket, stubble, cigarette, shave hair, you got a switchblade. I don't ride a motorcycle, for all the stereotypes, right? But I think even if that's the only thing that there is, there's that one little edge that you've got, that bad boy edge of shaving off your hair, especially if you're already to the point, worse than me, where it's becoming noticeable. That is such an advantage. So my hope to you is that you live in a country in which society will accept that you can just shave off your head. Because I know in India, it means that one of your parents died. So it's not acceptable there. But I especially hope for Asian men it becomes more acceptable. Because someone mentioned recently Jet Li. I forgot about him. Yeah, why not? Why don't more Asian men shave their head? I mean, he's been around a while. He's really a cool guy. Everyone thinks he's, bad boy, tough, cool. So yes, good comment. If you just buzz it off or shave it off, you're going to have that bad boy edge. And I'd say use it to your advantage. It's going to definitely make you more attractive if for no other reason. Forget even the physical aspect of it. The fact is, if you've got the edge, that translates differently for a woman than it does how you perceive it. Women are not so much about looking at a guy and looking at all his facial features and making sure that he looks Hollywood. They're instead looking and I'm telling you, they're looking for some kind of project to work on. There's something that really sends that signal out when you've got the shaved head. This guy, he's in control of his life, but there's probably some mystery to this guy. This guy, at the same time, though, he's probably emotionally more stable in himself, and therefore he would be a good fit for me as a woman. Like, there's all kinds of psychology going on in there that maybe you've never thought about, but I'm very aware of these things. I've seen it. So be a bad boy. Just buzz it off. I'm going to sometime this year in 2018.